Hey guys, and welcome back to World War II Solitaire board game channel. Today we're gonna do an unboxing video of Warfighter, the World War II tactical combat card game. This is the second edition, which you can see. This game is designed by Dan Verson and published by Dan Verson Games, DVG. This is a game that I've been looking forward to playing quite a long time, and it is a co-op game, but most people play it in solitaire mode, and I would say that this is one of the big ones. If you're in any of these big solitaire war games, Facebook groups, or anything like that, this game is gonna be posted about quite often. So it's one of the big ones, and I've been very much looking forward to trying this one out because, as you know, guys know, I like when these games use the kind of time period art, and we can see just like the DVG's Sherman Leader, it has these very beautiful time period photos. So it looks great, and it seems like it plays great as well because so many people are playing this game and talking about it. So I'm very excited. It is a card game, and you will have different missions depending on what you choose, I think. And then you're gonna put your squad together, and you're gonna equip that squad not only with equipment but with skills and stuff like that. And I think with DVG you can never really go wrong if you're looking for your solo play. Like I said, my first ever solo game was actually Field Commander Rommel by Dan Verson. And my favorite solo game is Pavlov's House, also published by Dan Verson, designed by David Thompson. Anyway, I'm gonna give you a chance here if you want to read this stuff that's on the back of the box. I'll give you a moment's chance here to pause the video if you want to read that. But basically we can read here that the time to play is 30 to 90 minutes, the complexity is moderate, the game scale is tactical, individual soldiers, players 1 to 6, but again most people play this in solitaire mode. Our game components are 280 cards, wow, 4 sheets of counters, 4 dice, a mounted tactical display, and rulebook. And if you've been watching my channel for some time, you know how I usually do this. We will go over the main components first of the game, and once we've done that, we will go through each and every component in greater detail. So first of all, we have our rules here, and it's quite thick. I think this is the longest rules book I've seen. It's 81 pages, but there's a lot of cards. So I'm sure that's the reason, and this seems like it's a universal rule book because in the Warfighter system you have the fantasy, the Cold War, modern, and near future. Another heads up, by the way, is that with the Warfighter World War II we have the original Warfighter, we have the Pacific one, which I also got, so we're gonna do an unboxing of that. But DVG is releasing a Kickstarter with 2 new World War II Warfighter games. One of them is the Mediterranean, and the other one is the North African campaigns. So I think that is really cool because we don't see a lot of North Africa, at least with solitaire games. Okay, so we have a map. And we're gonna go ahead and take a closer look at that once we've seen all of the main components. Then we have, oh, this is nice, you can set this up. It's two-sided with keywords. And we have some counters. More counters. So there's a total of 4 sheets of counters here. And here we have our cards. So a total of 5 deck of cards. Here we have German hostiles. It seems some items, equipment cards, some other stuff, action decks. And here we see some of those beautiful original photos. And some dice. If you don't have some D10s, you'll have some more now, and a d6. And nothing hiding under the insert. So anyway, that is all the stuff you will get within the game. It's quite heavy. I'd say it's in kilos. It's like 2.5, 3 kilograms. So quite a lot of stuff. Now that we've seen all of the main components, let's go ahead and take a closer look at them all. We'll save the cards for last. We'll go through each and every card. But let's take a look at our rules first of all. So like I said, it's quite a thick book here, but it's the universal rule book, so how that works I'm not sure. We have our game overview here. And I'm guessing this is the rules you're gonna get with any of the Warfighter games you buy. And then if you learn how to play one of these games, probably it's gonna be quite easy to pick any other game up in the series. So that's a cool idea because it saves you the time. So here we have some weapon cards, equipment card, armor cards, skill cards. So a lot of examples, and you know I like that, and I've never been disappointed with a DVG rules book. One thing that kept me from getting this game earlier is that it does have quite a high complexity rating compared to many of the other DVG games in the series, but I think you should be careful about getting scared of that stuff, because it's like the previous game I learned how to play, which was Company of Heroes, which also has a very high complexity rating. Wasn't very difficult to learn. And I mean, so many people are playing this game, and if the rules were kind of funked, that would probably not be the case. So here we have some campaigns. Yeah, this is a lot of rules to process. I'm not sure how much of this stuff is going to be regarding World War II, since this is the universal rules. And I'm not sure if you're actually going to have to go through all of these rules, or if it's more like you have to look rules up as you play. Anyway, this is not hard to read. I mean, you will read a page like this in 30 seconds, and it's not even 100 pages. Let's say it's 80 pages, so that is 40 minutes of reading. So that's still not going to be too much. So we have the rules, and then we have a map. So that's interesting to get a map for a card game, but it can make things quite easier. And I see that it's this typical glossy DVG maps. It's going to be hard to record without getting a reflection. Let me see if I can get my camera up a little bit so you can see the whole thing. Almost. There we go. Okay, so this is the whole thing, quite a big map. It's about the size, if you played any of the Valiant Defense series, it's almost the same size, but not as wide. So we have our event deck, location deck, hostile deck, action deck, mission cards, and then we have our setup here, mission timer, game title, attack chart, attack sequence, and turn sequence. And I actually like when they put this stuff on the map, because I mean, as you're learning how to play the game, that is immensely helpful to just be able to look over and see, okay, so that's how you do it. And then we have we can see here that we have places for cards, and in the background we have some map, which is, we can see Belgium here. So this is, I'm guessing it's the Western Front, which this game is about. So that would be Belgium and France, perhaps. Okay, so let's get a look. Well, let's take a look at this Warfighter card keywords. So this is quite big, and I mean you could put that up against the wall behind the table to have the keyword set up, and it's alphabetical, so you can easily look stuff up. That's cool. Okay, so we have some of these counters, quite a lot of them. Let's see if I can get this stuff in order. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring the camera down again. So on sheet 1 in the front, we have some counters of a soldier running, some ammunition, objective hostile, rocket, canteen, comfort box, and EKIA. And on the back of that, we have the same guy running, and then we have some empty ammo counters and supplies. I'm guessing this stands for. And on the second one, front, rifle grenades, breach charge and satchel charge, hardy counters, some numbered, more of those EKA. We have a bipod deployed, a fuse, fuel, inactive, and pretty much the same stuff on the back. Supplies instead of the EKIA. And on the third one, more of these equipment ones. Here we have some letters, don't know what they are for, but we are gonna learn. Mortar shells, and we got some knives, smoke grenades and blast grenades and normal grenades, and pretty much the same on the back. And for the last counter sheet, we got some bandages, more numbers and some stars, more grenades. We have a timer, and again pretty much the same on the back. It's 2 stars instead of 1. And that means it's finally time for us to start looking at the cards. So we have a total of 5 deck of cards. So we'll see if we can open these without damaging them. There we go. There we go. All right, so perhaps we should open all of these up and split them up before we start going through them. So first of all, we have German hostile deck elite cards, and then we have skill cards, equipment cards, any nation weapon card, and more equipment cards. So let's do that. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what these 2 new Warfighter games bring to the table. Obviously this is a popular game since they're making so many games. Okay, there is one of these here, so it should be easier to open if you can find where it starts. Now, I mean, since they're making 2 more games in the series, and there's already the Modern Warfare, the fantasy thing and all of that, and best part is, you know, I'm all up for World War II, and I mean, it's basically gonna be every front now. So we have the Pacific, we have this one which is the Western Europe, and we have the what's it called, North Africa coming and Mediterranean coming. So I'm guessing, I don't think this is Russia, so I'm thinking then the Eastern Front is the only one missing, so hopefully that one is gonna come too. Here we have our action deck cards, quite a lot of those. So I think I figured out how to find the spot, so you're not gonna have to wait so much. There we go. Action cards, a lot of them. And then we have event cards. More German hostile cards. There we go. More action cards. Location cards. So we're gonna see if there's any Russians. Objective cards. And then we have mission cards. Soldier cards. And let's open the last deck, and then we'll go through each and every card in detail. If I can just find opening for this one. It's not always easy. I can't see it. And I have great lighting in here. There we go. Found it. Okay, action deck. Wow, all of these cards are action deck cards. There we go. Okay, so this is all of the cards. It's quite a lot of cards that you get in this game. Let's go ahead and start by looking at our objective cards. So we have a bunker clearing, observation post, supply dump, tank hunting, rescue. Oh, that's a awful photo. I wonder what happened with this guy. Looks like he's KIA. Bridge capture, dugouts, and breakout. So these are our objective cards. Let's take a look at our mission cards, and it says on the back of all of them Europe. Just another day, house to house, hard slog, country stroll, raid, limited support, travel light, and long way. Again, gotta give DVG credit for these photos. I think they're just awesome. Event cards, surprise, minefield, artillery barrage, barbed wire, low wall, sandbags, enemy troops, take 5, aid station. And let's look at our location cards. And again, I can't stop praising these photos, because for me anyway, these kind of photos just gives so much theme. Just this photo of a light woods, just seeing it, you know, instead of seeing just the text light woods, that does a lot to me. Equipment cards. And then we have some weapon cards. So first of all, we have any nation weapon, which is the satchel charge. And then we have a bunch of US, all of them are US weapons. So of course you can play as the Russians and the Finns and the Germans and so on. But to do that, you have to buy some expansions. So there are, I don't know how many expansions for this game. I don't know, 50 perhaps. I don't know if that is enough. And obviously you're never going to have to buy all of them. But what's cool about it is that if there is a front that you are especially interested in, well, there is going to be an expansion for that. There is, for me personally, I like the Scandinavian front, so the Finnish win the war. So there is, I think, at least 2 expansions for the Finnish soldiers. and the Finnish win the war. Oh, that's a cute photo. Again, really great photos, man. Impressive. And our skill cards. Guts. And then we have our German hostile deck frontline cards. These are going to be our enemies right here. And speaking about the expansions, they even have a zombie one. So you can go ahead and play against Nazi zombies. I enjoy doing that if I play a video game, but I wouldn't do it in a board game, I guess. Oh, we've seen these. I don't know if we saw the rifleman or the officer. It's an SS officer even. Sniper teams. And recruits. And the large truck and the half track, which we already saw. And then last but certainly not least, you see how many cards these are. We have our action card deck. So these are, wow, I'm gonna have to split it up into two decks. So first of all, we have Walk It Off. And I can't wait to, just watching these cards, I just get the feeling like I can't foobar. I can't wait to just learn how to play this game and get going. Occasion markers. Quite a lot of those. And advance, and we continue in the next stack here. Barely see that guy. Prepared fire. Walk it off. Okay guys, so this is gonna be the end of it. This is the stuff you get in DDG's Warfighter, the World War II tactical combat card game. So again, you get 3D10, 1D6. You get the game box, you get a nice glossy map, keyword card. Rules, 280 cards, I believe it was. Let me check. Yes, that is correct. 280 cards, and all of these counters. So again, can't wait to learn how to play this game, because this is one I've been looking at, you know, since I got into World War II solitaire gaming. Again, I'm gonna do the World War II Pacific, because I also got that one unboxing very soon. So stay tuned to the channel. I'm gonna do a bunch of playthrough videos, obviously, which is kind of my way of doing reviews. So stay tuned to those videos, and also get ready for the DVD Kickstarter coming, which is gonna feature Warfighter Mediterranean and Warfighter North Africa. As always, guys, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the channel. See you next time.